not like him with that smile, too. He's just like, looks at you, you're like, I can't be mad at you. Exactly. I can't even hate you.
He even said when what's his name? Justin Gatlin's not in the race, he's not worried he's going to lose. When Justin Gatlin is, he focuses more. Or whatever his name was. Joseph.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. The kid that, you're talking about the kid that competed in the decathlon for us? Yeah.
All right, Dan Beebie, who do you have at number 5?
At number 5, we're going to go with MLB pitcher Brett Anderson. Through May of 2017, ERA of .399, and 2008, a Beijing Summer Olympics bronze medalist.
Very nice.
All right.
Baseball's making a comeback to the Olympics.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean, I for one am not interested in watching Olympic baseball.
I watch Olympic golf. Okay.
You watch regular golf.
Your bad taste has nothing to do with this.
I
love watching golf.
I watch tennis. Like these last
great nap.
These last few days at work, I've been putting my headphones in, having Wimbledon on. Excellent, Andy Murray.
Starts at 7 a.m. right?
No, I don't know what time it starts there, but the earliest it starts here is 8. Yeah.
I like watching women's tennis because I like to watch them yell.
Yeah,
they do.
All right.
Well, that's not the creepiest thing that we've heard tonight.
Have you ever listened to women's tennis yelling versus men's tennis?
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot.
Does that give them more power? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I think they got asked to tone it down at the last Wimbledon or something.
I've just never understood because you don't see you don't hear maybe you'll hear a guy grunt every once in a while, but it's extremely loud. It just sounds like I can't place it. There's
Maybe it's
nothing
an intimidation thing.
Yeah,
they roar at each other like female lions.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I still don't get it.
Make the other player screw up or something.
The only way that would be worse is if they did it in badminton. Because what are you screaming for? It's not going anywhere.
Ping pong.
Yeah.
Ping pong gets pretty intense, actually.
Oh, it depends.
Yeah.
If you're from an Asian country,
pong,
yeah.
That's no joke. You know who should have made my list?
Who?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. We never said he had to be an actual Olympian,
That's
I guess.
True. That's true. He did compete in a movie.
Forrest Gump should be at the top of everyone's list if that's the case.
How does nobody know him? Never mind. We don't need to get into that.
Just the most successful human being of all time.
Right.
No one on that park bench knows who he is.
You ever been to his restaurants?
Yeah. So we're going to just quickly go through our number 5s. For me, it was the 2008 gold medal winning men's indoor volleyball team. Tony, you had...
Number 5, Eddie Egan, gold medal light heavyweight boxer, and gold medal of the 1932 Olympic bobsled team.
Chuckles.
I had gold medalist swimmer Jason Lezak.
And O'Shea.
I had 9-time gold medalist Carl Lewis.
And non-Grammy winner.
Non-Grammy winner.
Non-politician.
That'd be specific,
Yeah. All right, and Dan Beebie.
We have Chicago Cubs pitcher Brett Anderson, 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics bronze medalist.
All right, very good. Let's move on to round number 4.
Sweet.
Number 4, again, I have another team here. This one's a little bit less of a team and probably more fun to watch. That is Misty May Traynor and Carrie Walsh.
Solid choice.
I don't know what her married last name is now.
Yeah, me neither. But
she's still Carrie Walsh.
Yeah,
in my
they won
opinion.
3 golds?
Oh, they're so good. They probably won like 30. I don't even need to look it up to know how great they are.
They're fantastic to watch.
They are.
Volleyball's super fun. So.
They are, and they will forever be the benchmark for any beach volleyball team that will come after them.
I think they should be just benchmark for chemistry. I mean, especially in a sport that there's only 2 of you. You need to have that chemistry. And
they complemented each other so perfectly.
It didn't seem like I've ever seen a pair gel like them.
Yeah.
Like, they knew instinctively where the other was going to be, what they needed to do. They knew each other's moves, it seemed, before the other team could even try and calculate.
Well, the men also had a team themselves.
Yeah.
Dolhausen.
I think it was only the one Olympics, though. I don't think they were together again the following. I'm not sure.
I think they were. Dolhausen or whatever.
The really tall, bald guy.
Yeah.
And, the slightly less tall...
Less bald guy.
Less bald guy.
Yeah.
Well, I know what you're talking about. They did. They were pretty good, but nothing like those two. Those girls were incredible.
Yeah, I think they're still going.
Beach volleyball made a huge uptick. Like
just because
when
of that
they were
alone.
playing.
Yeah.
I don't know about Walsh, but Misty May has retired.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
You're right. She did. Unfortunately, because like I said, that team is by far the benchmark and forever will be the benchmark for beach volleyball. 200 years from now, if beach volleyball is still a thing, someone's going to be like, man, I wish I were as good as Misty May and Carrie Walsh.
I always found it so interesting to watch beach volleyball because of how much area they had to cover and just having to run and jump off of sand.
Have you ever
It's such a workout.
Have you ever played beach volleyball?
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard.
I love playing
I played
beach
it every
volleyball.
summer, so I was well aware of how
These
good
women made
and
it look
how
like
high
it
level
was
competition.
nothing.
Yeah, and they're playing for 2 people. That's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, it is.
Like we would play with like a similar size court, and we'd have like 4 or 5 people, and
You'd still struggle.
yeah.
I'm not moving.
Minutes.
I'm not moving.
And man,
I'll jump
they
and
could-
spike. I'm
they
not
could
moving.
Jump too, like a regulation net. I can pretty easily spike over, but that's
What are
'cause
they,
I'm
like 7
6
feet?
Yeah, because I'm 6'1", but they're spiking. I think what's the women's regulation? I don't think it's. Is it
I think it's
7
the
feet?
same.
Is it?
Yeah, because I think they were when the Brazilians and the French or whatever it was right after they played, then the American men played the Brazil men.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's
right
That's
after.
right. Yeah, and they just have these like perfectly placed spikes that somehow go up and immediately just dive down. Like
It's impressive.
They better be coaches
I know,
And
Misty,
coach
I know
together.
Misty May is.
and
I
coach
don't know
together.
I don't know about Walsh currently.
I think what's even more impressive is that there's not just one American team. There are like 3 in beach volleyball. And yet they are the team.
Yeah.
So not only are they competing against the rest of the world, they're dominating the United States as well. So unfortunately, it is over because Misty May Trainer decides, I just want to retire and be with my baseball playing husband. Whatever. So
How dare she?
How dare she?
Who's she married to?
Something Trainer. I don't know. His last name is Trainer and he plays baseball. That's all I'm aware of.
What team?
I have no idea. He plays baseball. His name is Trainer. Anyways.
You look it up.
Yeah, no.
Solid.
I don't care about her husband. I care about her and Carrie Walsh. All right, so we're going to move on now from women's beach volleyball, probably, to whatever Tony's got. Tony.
My number 4 is going to be Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe. I knew someone was going to bust out Jim Thorpe.
I love Jim Thorpe. I'm a huge supporter of Jim Thorpe. As just an overall athlete, he was an absolute monster for his time. And he did win the pentathlon and the decathlon. He was the first ever Native American to win a gold medal for the United States, only to have it stripped from him because the Olympic Committee found out that he was getting sponsorships or paid to play in one of the amateur football leagues in the United States, just to have the Olympic Committee eventually restored his medals after his death.
Yeah.
So he still is the first ever Native American to win a medal for the United States.
I just watched a video, a short little video about him recently. When he was in high school, he played 9 different sports.
Yeah.
And football wasn't even his best sport.
Yeah.
No.
He was a better golfer than he was a football player.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
What?
He played everything. He was a great athlete, light years ahead of his time.
If he probably could have gone pro in football, baseball, and basketball all at the same time.
And golf.
If there was no, yeah. I mean, I guess being a professional golf player doesn't mean much because Tony Romo is a professional golf player. Like, he makes money playing golf.
Professional is a loose term. He tried in some amateur events. He did not qualify.
He makes money playing golf.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Which
there's people in this town that do so.
Which, speaking of making money for ridiculous things, this isn't related to what we're talking about today, but I looked up how much some of these tennis players have made.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Rafa Nadal has made $80 million in his career. Andy Murray's made $60 million. And the 2 people that they played against today have made a combined $7 million in their lifetime.
You want to talk about money? Did you hear what McElroy said to some fan?
No.
Somebody tweeted out at McElroy during the U.S. Open, it looks like McElroy is bored playing golf since that Tiger left. Like, he's like, oh, I've got $100 million in the bank. I don't really need to try anymore. This isn't really fun. Well, McElroy responded and said, more like $200 million in the bank. Not bad for a bored 28-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate.
But I mean, we just saw the biggest contract in almost professional sports go down a few days ago, and Stephen Curry's going to make, $201 million
Until next year.
But when you put it in comparison to the NFL quarterbacks, it would take the top 20 quarterbacks to equal that contract.
Yeah. So I saw that, and it was absolutely crazy. They were saying that there are 5 players in the NBA that make more than all the NFL players combined.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But next year, even more ridiculous. What's his name? Baseball player. Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Will get a $500 million contract.
Yeah.
There will be some team
Baseball needs
that-
a cap.
There will be some team that gives him $500 million. They might be able to negotiate down to $450.
But for that money,
It's going to be the Yankees, and they'll give it to him.
Nope, I don't think it's going to be the Yankees. I think it'll end up being the Cincinnati Reds, from what I'd seen.
but for that money, won't participate in this year's home run derby. Just flat out said not doing it.
He says he's not doing it, but he will compete in next year's if he's still in Washington. 'Cause
He didn't
it's
want to go
hosted
against
in
Aaron
Washington
Judge.
next
Right,
year.
in a way he's smart. Like, Aaron Judge is going to be up, have everybody up till 5:30 in the morning. He'll still be at bat.
I don't think Aaron Judge is going to win it.
I do.
I don't.
Scary Sanchez. Sanchez is going to win it.
Gary is scary.
They're going to have to cap him.
No.
Like, he's all done hitting home runs.
Nope, I've got my money on Stanton.
All right. I'm
The
telling you.
hometown?
Hometown boy.
I'm the reigning champ.
Yeah, but it's in Miami. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's the hometown favorite.
All
That's
right.
why Bryce Harper said he would compete next year's if he's still in Washington, because it's at the Nationals Park. He said he would compete as the hometown favorite, but he didn't want to this year.
He's going to get between $450 and $500 million.
Easily. Easily.
It might be a 12-year contract,
Yeah.
but he's going to get it.
Book for the rest of his life.
Yeah. All right, Chuckles.
So I will go with number 4. The 1996 Atlanta Games saw Michael Johnson.
Michael, the
Wins.
runner?
Yeah.
The guy whose shoes caught on fire?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's
Winning-
on my honorable mentions.
Is
So
he?
that's a good one.
He won both the 400 and the 200 dash in the same Olympics, and he was the first to ever do that in any Olympics.
Plus, he's
Win
got
those 2 events.
the most common name in all of common names.
Yeah, and he actually in the '96 Olympics, not only did he win both of the 400 and the 200, but he set the world records for both of them also.
That's nice. Oh, really quickly, I saw today that it's down to 2 cities for the 2024 Summer Olympics, Paris and LA.
Go to L.A.
LA has a chance of getting the 2024 Olympics.
That
All
depends on how
Like
they build that
city,
stadium.
like that city doesn't have enough traffic.
They need to really
Well,
nail
they're
that
actually
football stadium.
they're planning on building another basketball stadium because the Clippers are leaving the Staples Center.
Good.
And the best part about that is the owner's paying for the building. Like, he even told Los Angeles, he's like, I said, I don't need your money, just approve the lot.
Yeah, it's like when you have W.B. Mason who needs staples.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, Dan O'Shea, who do you have at number 4?
Number 4, probably it might be some of your guys' number 1 or number 2.
Probably
92 Dream Team.
They're not even on my list.
They are.
So,
They
they're not
are
on my
on
list
my
either.
list.
Just a ridiculously stacked American team. First time America used active NBA players, and this roster had Ewing, Bird, Pippen, Jordan, Clyde, Malone, Stockton, Barkley, Magic, and a couple other guys.
Jesus. The amount of talent on that roster. When you hear that, it doesn't seem fair.
It's insane.
I left them off simply because they're professionals.
I had them at
Well,
my number 2.
I mean,
They were too.
there's professionals in a
they're
lot of
Olympians.
Olympic.
They were
Olympic
too
sports now.
impressive not to include on this. Like,
Yeah.
what they could do. Players on other teams were coming up to them before the game even started to get autographs from them. They knew they were going to get slaughtered. They didn't care. There were players that were stopping, if you watch the video, stopping fast breaks. Not even bothering to get back on defense, mainly because it looked like they just wanted to see what they were going to do.
But there were people
Yeah.
on that team that had already